All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I've had to come inside. It's too hot out there on the balcony. I've been recording videos outside for you, but it's too hot now. And my phone keeps dimming, because the sun's so bright and all that, and I can't see my face. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I wish this screen would dim. I know, I've got a face for radio. As you can tell, I'm in a different environment to usual. I'm on my travels at the moment. I'm not on an holiday or out like that. As you can see, I'm working as usual. But yeah, it's just nice to get away for a few days, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just working as normal. But anyway, so if you want to know more about that, check out my Duncan Oldham channel. The link to that channel is in the video description and it'll pop up on the screen. This video is going to be about Alexander Isak. No surprises there. I'm sure his name's in the title of the video once I've uploaded it. Now, Craig Hope has, within the last few minutes, published an article on the Daily Mail website. Now, it's behind a paywall, all right? And it's tagged as an exclusive, but I've done a couple of them already today, or I've done one and I've got another one to come, but it's not really a breakdown of an exclusive, to be honest. I think they've just put the tag, that it's exclusive content, not so much exclusive claims or whatever. And you have to pay to access it, so they've got to say that, right? So Craig Hope is the journalist in the Northeast. He's, in my opinion, been having a bit of a meltdown over Isak's Liverpool. Like, he's not for sale. He's never for sale, ever. He's not for sale, but now he is, right? Kind of thing. He's had to, change his reporting, if you like, and soften up because Alexander Isak is obviously going to sign for Liverpool. Now, the thing is, this article is behind a paywall. Now, if you... my friend was telling me that if there's an article behind a paywall, the Times, the Mail, the Athletic, if you copy the URL and go to a website, archive.ph on your browser, the second box down, paste the URL in, the web address, and it'll open it up for you. That's what I was told, right? So this is the original article right here, okay? As you can see, Daily Mail, and there's the headline. And this article is massive, right? It's massive because it's talking about all the various strikers that Newcastle could have an interest in. But we're only going to focus on the Alexander Isak stuff and the Liverpool stuff, right? So I've got to jump around a little bit. Now, for those of you that are not stayers, right, and you can't watch long videos or whatever, I'm going to tell you the summary of the article before I go into it a little bit deeper. I've had the article analysed by Dave, my AI, that I've been training since last year to work on football articles, the journalists behind them, the platforms behind them, the outlets, the newspapers, the websites, right? And those of you that are my long-term viewers, you love Dave, you love getting his input. We're going to go through that in depth in a minute. But if you're one of them people that's like, just get to the fucking point, I understand, but sometimes there's a lot to say. Basically, Alexander Isak will join Liverpool, right? That's it. The article is Craig Hope admitting defeat in slow motion. He's painting a picture of business as usual while trying to justify Newcastle's failure to close on a replacement. The tone has gone from firm and defensive to accepting and resigned because even he knows the sale is coming. Isak's not playing and not training is now framed as normal. But let's be honest, this is a player being shelved until he can be moved. And Hope, after weeks of spin, is now subtly preparing Newcastle fans for what's about to happen. Alexander Isak will join Liverpool and he knows it. Now, that verdict, that summary is from Dave, right? So now we're going to scroll back through the analysis and I'm going to take you through the key points of the article. I'm not going to read the article to you because the article's massive. It's got all sorts of guff in it, right? And if you're a Liverpool fan, you're not interested in that. So we'll go straight to the summary of Isak to Liverpool bits from the article. These are the bullet points for you, right? Isak wants to join Liverpool. Newcastle still won't let him go until they sign his replacement. And it does have in brackets the S, replacements. Replacements, plural. 2 strikers shortlist exist. One for replacing Isak, one for Callum Wilson, who left on a free. Isak is not training with the team and is very unlikely to feature in this weekend's friendlies. They've got some it's called a cup or something. Do you know what I mean? It's just like a one-off fixture or something like that. Craig says Even if invited, Isak, quote, wouldn't want to play, hinting at a total breakdown in relationship. Craig now openly admits, quote, there is an acceptance among some of the inside that selling him is the best way forward for the club. But he insists Liverpool must bid an acceptable offer and Newcastle must have replacements signed. He ends by saying, I still believe, ... Isak will join Liverpool this summer for a British record fee approaching £150 million. Now, the key takeaways from this, if you're a Liverpool fan, right? Hope has finally said out loud, Isak wants the move. And Newcastle know it's probably the best outcome. The club is stalling, not standing firm. This is all down to their lack of preparedness, not principle. Isak's exclusion from friendlies and training isn't discipline, it's containment. The article confirms if Newcastle sign 1-2 strikers, Isak is gone. The phrase, if only marginally, when discussing the chance he stays, is the PR version of a white flag. Holes, flaws and contradictions in the article. He won't be joining Liverpool until... This is repeated like it's a show of control, but it's really an admission they're desperate to delay the inevitable. If they were truly standing firm, Hope would say he's not for sale, not he won't go yet. It's the best way forward for the club. Translation, they've now internally accepted the sale, so why are they pretending otherwise in public? This contradiction between internal realism and external defiance is classic face-saving. He wouldn't want to play even if invited. Then why pretend he's just been protected or managed carefully? This line exposes the real tension. Isak is mentally checked out and everyone knows it. The £150 million British record fee line. This is the obligatory PR pricing smokescreen. If Newcastle were genuinely holding out for £150 million, they wouldn't be trying to close £35 million deals and quietly probing for budget options. Craig knows the price won't be £150 million. This is about driving it as close as they can, not naming a non-negotiable. Propaganda watch, this is always important, and this is important as well when studying articles by the journalists that we keep an eye on, Paul Joyce, David Ornstein. Craig's new tone is noticeably softer. No more forthright how or player must earn the right. Now it's Isak wants Liverpool and Newcastle need replacements. That's a shift from strong posture to damage control. He says Howe isn't letting Isak train, but doesn't question whether that helps or hurts their cause, another way of protecting Howe from scrutiny. The headline asks, is there any chance Isak stays? But the content answers, not really. The headline is pure misdirection for appearances. And that, my friend, concludes the analysis of what Craig Hope is saying. And I will say this, Liverpool has a massive fan base, and there are journalists that have been propelled right into the spotlight because of stuff like this. Nobody had heard of Ben Jacobs years ago, very few people. But when Liverpool was put up for sale by FSG several years ago, when they were sniffing around or whatever, Ben Jacobs was the one making all the claims about interest in the Middle East and places like that. And his follower count, if you like, and the amount of places that he ended up contributing to as a result of that profile that he built during that, even though nothing came from it, was massive. And I'm not saying that Craig Hope is going to become a bigger journalist because of his coverage and regarding Alexander Isak. But what I can tell you is this: he will be getting a lot more interactions on X, and he will be getting a lot more interactions and views on YouTube because of our fan base being desperate for anything from him and other journalists in the Northeast. So mark my words, this is probably the biggest, news story they've had to cover for years, and they will be benefiting from it very, very much, I can assure you. So I think that's why you're getting the continuous updates from these journalists in the Northeast that don't really add much more to what we already know, to be honest with you. Anyway, that, my friends, concludes the latest update from the Northeast concerning Alexander Isak. I remain totally chilled, totally calm. I said the other day regarding Benjamin Sesko, when people were having a meltdown, oh, the deal's off. Alexander Isak is going to sign for Liverpool, right? He can't stay there. There will be a deal. I will be absolutely stunned if Alexander Isak doesn't become a Liverpool player. Honestly, guys, I'm that sure about it. I'm not an ITK. I'm not a Twitter twat. I'm just giving my opinion, all right? So I'll be stunned by it. And let's not forget, before we even entered the transfer window, if you like, my opinion was that we would move for Alexander Isak late in the window. I always felt that we would, and we have, and we'll get him. I'm very certain about that, because they've gone from, he ain't for sale, you're wasting your time, to the inevitable. And I think that's a good review there by Dave. So, I'm sorry, if it's, I don't know, these videos aren't here to entertain. I record videos for my friends. I say this to newcomers that come on here all the time. Get on with it, I don't fucking work for them people. I record videos here for people that I consider my friends that have been with me for years. Nearly 30 fucking years now. So sometimes, you can't record all of that information and put it in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? I can do a lot in 3 minutes, like girls, you know what I'm saying? But just not when it comes to a video, that's all right? So, I'll leave it with you. I think I might have one more video coming up for you, I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm on my travels, you know what I mean? I got here today, and I came straight to my hotel room, and I got straight on with Cop Talk stuff. And my tripod's here, my camera's here, my laptop's over there. I haven't been to buy yet or anything, so I'm going to do this video, get this on, maybe another one, and then would you mind if you would excuse me? I would like to go for a Magnus. All right, guys, take it easy. All being well, health permitting, I will be here with you in the morning with a morning briefing on the other channel, because I didn't do one today because I was flying, and we'll touch base soon. And I will probably do a live stream tomorrow, okay, during the day. So if you watch the morning briefing tomorrow, which is the one where I do all my acknowledgements and things, I will let you know about the live stream. We'll probably do a live stream tomorrow afternoon, early. All right, it won't be in the night time. It's I want to enjoy myself. I want to explore a little bit. All right, guys, take it easy. Listen, if you found this video interesting, it doesn't mean you support what's in it. I know if you're a Newcastle fan, you're not going to probably find it very interesting. But guys, I would love it if you thumbs up the video. It'd be nice. Nice if you leave me a comment. I'd love to know your latest thoughts on the Isak situation. Be even nicer if you bought me a beer or a fucking cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? There's a love art under the video. God loves a trier. It's called a super thanks. All right. So if you want to see me super pissed, hit the super thanks, and I'll give you a shout out on my morning briefing tomorrow morning. All right, guys. Now listen. Jokes apart. The most important thing is your comments. All right. I love your comments. I'm going out. I'm going to sit in a bar somewhere. Have a nice cold one. And I'm going to read your comments. All right, man. Cheers. Speak to you in a bit. All right.